Hello everybody, welcome back. It's of course another episode of Sport Federation TV, where every week we take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. We've got a nice full show for you tonight. We're going to be taking a look at what's happening in the world of modern pentathlon, and we'll of course also be talking to the folks from cycling. Today we get BMX in studio, and we'll be catching up with Josh Critter, the president of Western Cape Kickboxing at least. He joins us one more time. Right folks, in studio with me now, we've got the Secretary General for Modern Pentathlon South Africa, and of course one of our reigning champions, Tatiana Thomatas, in studio with us. Let's start with you, Tatiana. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Is this your first time in the studio with us?
Yes, the last time it was online.
Last time was online.
Yeah.
We were also winning big titles and championships.
Yes.
And Jenny, nice to have you back. You've of course been here before.
I have, thank you.
Long time ago.
Good to be back.
Yeah. So Jen, let's start off with you. Modern Pentathlon, how are we doing as Modern Pentathlon in South Africa?
Well, Modern Pentathlon in South Africa has sort of been kick-started, if I can say, again.
Yeah.
We have a whole new executive and a new vision, I believe, for the sport. And with what's happening in the World Pentathlon, it's very exciting for us to be part of that. And yeah, we'll probably discuss a bit more about that.
Okay, well, Tatiana, let's go to you now. Let's start off. Many people didn't see your first interview. So how long have you been doing Modern Pentathlon?
I started Modern Pentathlon when I was 8 years old, and now I'm 13, like a long time, and I really enjoy it.
So if you do the maths, you've been doing it for 5 years now.
Yeah.
So some people don't know what Modern Pentathlon is, but I've seen you do fencing, and then I've seen pictures of you guys do running as well. Give us an idea, what do you do?
Modern Pentathlon is like a 5-discipline sport with running, swimming, shooting, fencing, and now a new discipline which is obstacle course.
Yeah.
And then use like
So do you have to do fencing with a sword?
yeah, you fence with your blade.
With your blade,
to
yeah.
1 point, like you have 1 minute to fence
Right.
to 1 point, and then yeah.
And then you have to be a good runner as well.
Yes.
So that's 1, that's 2. So it's fencing and running and
Swimming.
swimming. So you have to be a good swimmer also.
Yes.
And then now there's obstacle also.
Yeah, the obstacle is like a new discipline.
Yeah. And which one am I missing now?
Shooting.
Shooting. So you have to be a fencer, a shooter, an obstacle course runner, a swimmer, and one more. There's so many. Fencing. All right. So, Tatiana, how much training do you have to do? I mean, does this mean you have to have a swimming coach and a fencing coach and an obstacle course coach?
Yes, I do a lot of training, and my days like are really busy. And now during exams, I have to like balance my schoolwork and my sport.
So does it mean that sometimes you do swimming and fencing on the same day?
Yes, most
Really?
times. Yeah.
Most times. So how do you do that then? I mean, do you finish school and then you go straight to swimming practice and then to...
Yeah, I finish school like, and then straight after school go to swimming, and then straight after swimming I go to fencing.
And how do you find that? Is it difficult? Because I mean, a lot of people don't know, you are the Junior Sportswoman of the Year and the Junior School Sportswoman of the Year. And I don't think this is the first time that you've won this prize. But how do you find that? Is it difficult for you? Because it seems to come naturally to you. You enjoy it?
Yes, I do enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. Jen, tell us a little bit from a modern pentathlon point of view. I mean, coaching disciplines like that must be quite challenging. You've got to find the balance. You've got specialist athletics coaches, specialist swimming coaches.
So I think that is generally where the challenge lies. We have fortunately in South Africa now started qualifying our modern pentathlon coaches through our international federation, so that they all understand the athlete better. Because in the past it's been, the athletics coach takes everything that they want from the athlete, and the swimming coach expects them to be at every gala, and fencing, they must compete and train all the time. So we've found that balance now for the athletes, so that the coaches understand how to balance their workload for the week.
But is it not a bit strange for an athletics coach who specializes in athletics to train an athlete for athletics and then don't see them again necessarily for their own discipline? Or do they know that there are two types of coaches. They're an athletics coach and a modern pentathlon coach.
Correct. So the athletic, when we did our qualification course last year, we qualified 12 new coaches in the country.
Yeah. So Tatiana, tell us a little bit about how did you get to be the junior sportswoman and the junior school sports? What events did you compete in the last year to get to this? Because the awards is all about the results in the last year.
In the last year, I've achieved a lot, like winning laser run world championships and coming third in triathlon under 13. And
is that a world championship?
Yes, at a world championship.
World championships, wow.
And honestly, I think it's all my training and all my coaches that helped me achieve the award.
So where did you go to for your world championships? What country did you go to?
For laser run, we went to Portugal, Lisbon.
Yeah.
And for triathlon and biathlon, we went to Madeira, Portugal.
So Portugal is that,
Yeah.
and how was that trip? Did you enjoy it? Did you get to meet a lot of people?
I really enjoyed it and I met like so many new friends.
Yeah. So do you chat with them? Do you
Yes.
find ways to say hello on
Yes.
the other side of the world?
Yeah, we like every event we try and meet up and like give each other gifts.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's a bit of cultural exchange, Jen?
Yes, there is. I think the modern pentathlon family is quite small,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of friendships made. I personally have friends from year 2000 when I went to my first World Championships. And, the children, they love it. They meet up, they exchange clothing, they exchange caps, whatever they can find to exchange.
So Tatiana, from a competition point of view, do you ever compete in only athletics or only swimming in their events, or do you really only specialize in the modern pentathlon?
I do compete like running separately and swimming and fencing like all as separate sports. But then when like modern pentathlon like season comes around, I try and do all of it and like try and combine all my sports in one day and yeah.
And do you do it at school as well? If they have a swimming competition, do you give it a go?
Yeah, I usually try and do the school sports and like participate for my school.
And so what is your next big competition? Do you know yet?
No.
You just wait?
I'm just waiting.
You just wait and see what comes next?
Yes.
Right, okay, so, well, it's of course very exciting then for you. From here, of course, I think your name is in the hat then for the South African Sports Awards. Your mom and dad must be very happy, very excited.
Yeah, they're really proud of me.
They're very proud of
I
you.
hope.
Well, I'm absolutely sure they're very proud of you. Jen, what comes next for you guys from a modern pentathlon perspective?
Well, I think the exciting new World Championships that's in line is the Under 15 World Championships in Guatemala. That happens in March.
Right.
The International Federation had hoped to introduce it last year. So with the obstacle racing coming in, they are now able to offer either a tetrathlon, which is 4 of the disciplines, or pentathlon in 5 disciplines with the obstacle from a very young age. So the under 17s are now doing all 5 events, as are under 19 and juniors, they incorporate the obstacle. So this next season is going to be quite packed in that they've separated under 17s and under 19s. So we now have a whole lot of events, as well as the laser run and the triathlon and biathlon world championships. So.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you guys got your hands full. We're going to leave it at that. So Jen, thanks for joining us, and we obviously, we hope to see you stick around, so don't go away, folks. And Tatiana, thanks very much for coming in, and congratulations on your performance again, and good luck for next year.
Thank you for having me, and thank you.
There we go. There we go, folks. Tatiana Thomatas and Jenny O'Hanlon, Modern Pentathlon. Wow, our Western Cape athletes are really doing amazing. World Championships titles, winning the awards here, and of course putting their name in the hat for the South African Sport Awards. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.